Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. Friday, laid back Friday, back in the couch. This is how I love to do it. We may reverse it and do it this way 4 days a week, and on Friday do the table over there. So what do I want to talk about? Huge football game this weekend. I am very worried about this Buffalo Bills team. I think they're dangerous. They've beaten us in December in New York, or should I say New Jersey before, and I'm very worried about it. Please, please, please be rooting for the Jets this weekend. We need them to win. Other than that, what else is going on? You know, I want to address something that I think has been going on. I've been getting just an enormous amount of emails and comments, and I appreciate that. And I want to address something that I've seen over and over. I want to remind everybody about what Wine Library TV is about, which is this. Enjoy your own palate. Build your own flavor profile. Try different things. It's not about, we talk about don't listen to Parker Spectator, all that. You know who else that includes? Me. Yes, I have, I palate and I drank wine my whole life and all that, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Throw that in the garbage. Screw me. Trust yourself. That's what this is all about. If nothing else, try different things and trust yourself. Try different wines and trust yourself. Just because your friends or me or anybody else outreads you or even outtastes you for that matter doesn't mean they know any more about your palate than you do. So if nothing else, please remember this. It's all about you and your palate, but don't get caught. Try different things. So I got that off my chest. And now we're going to taste this wine right here. We're going to start with the 2000 Margaret River Artist Series Lewin Estate. Now, Lewin Estate is a very, very, very famous vineyard from Margaret River. 92 points, Stephen Tanzer, 29 US. We're doing 2 Australian Cabernets today, just because. So let's do this. Little whirly whirl. And these wines have been open forever. I mean, we're late here today, so we're talking, wow, we're talking almost 7 hours. Great color, really fun. For the kids at home, when I say kids, I mean people 21 years or older. Nice smoky little nose here. I'm getting very obvious green pepper as well. A little bit of cherry. And a hint of black pepper. Really nice nose. Very attractive. Again, 92 points. Stephen Tanzer is very high for a very conservative wine critic. Wow. You know what I love about the Friday episode? I'm loading up the Friday episodes. I'm tasting wines that I'm going to believe in because I deserve it. I'm up to 3 o'clock in the morning emailing you all back. Hey, anybody who's been emailed by Gary Vaynerchuk after 1:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, get in the post today and mention it. Because I was emailing people last night at 3, 4 in the morning. I want some props for that. I deserve this nice glass of wine. And because of that, and I'm in a good mood, and I'm excited about the Jets game, we're going to score this wine 92 points. It's really worth it. This is a steal of a Cabernet. I'm really excited about doing this episode because I think when people think about Australia, they think about Shiraz. I know Eric does. Eric, admit it. Thank you. You couldn't see that, but he nodded. People think about Shiraz. And I think it's time that people realize in certain areas, Coonawarra, which we're about to do, and Margaret River, not in Barossa so much, you get great Cabernets. World class, and I believe undervalued. This is a 92-point wine, no doubt in my book as well. I think Stephen Tanzer nailed it. For $29, that's very fair. A 92-point, $29 Napa Valley Cab would be flying off our shelves. People have to seek out. Australia has another thing brewing. Shh, don't tell anybody. I mean, it's Cabernet, and it's great. Great structure, tons of cherry. This would go amazing with any big steak, Pittsburgh style, the way I like it. Not because I like the Steelers, because it's the way I like the steak. Luscious, mouthfeel, just rich, aromatic. This is a perfect Cabernet in my book. Not too over-oaked. You paying attention, California? I mean, this is really the way you need to do it. This is nice. And a great food wine. Kudos. And you know what? I may even, might even be worth 93 points. It's a really, really good wine. Let's move on. Excited about this one as well. Penley, and I will make this disclaimer because it just hit me. We did email this wine out for the winelibrary.com operation. This has no bearing on anything, but it is a wine that we emailed out today. Just want people to know that. Penley, $30 US, 91 Parker, 91 Spectator. And as you can see, the major two absolutely agreed that it's a 91 point wine. We don't get that every day. But you know what? Who cares about those guys? Let's see what I say for myself. And let's see what you say for yourself. Do you get the picture? Alright, Penley has been making great wine for a long time. They're a tremendous producer. We've got some nice color again. Dark red. A little brownish, I would say. Little hints of, not brown, but I guess, yeah, a little brownish. Ruby on the edges. Let's see what's going on here. Very earthy. Wow. Did not expect that. Again, this is the Reserve Cabernet. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Well, very earthy, very Bordeaux-like in its nose. Getting green pepper, a little bit of dill, a little bit of asparagus, maybe even that onion grass that I used to eat when I was 7 and made pretend I was Popeye. Wow. This is a very profound Bordeaux wine, I can tell you right now. In a blind tasting, I would have been completely wrong. You would have all said you don't know anything about wine because I would have definitely guessed New World Garage Bordeaux. Because it's got so much more Bordeaux characteristics to this than I would have ever expected. Completely dumbfounded right now. Actually going in with preconceived notions, I thought... I thought even this would be a bigger fruit bomb than the Lewin, but it's not. It's even more old world and more structured. Tastes like a great Pauillac. Reminds me almost of some Lafittes that I've had. I mean, let's not get crazy. It's not of that quality, but it sure does taste like a profound Cabernet-based Bordeaux, period. The characteristics of Australia are very lost to me. Very green pepper, very green pepper. Very little bit of dirt, nice wine, well structured. Little hint of cherry on the finish. The finish is very long. I'm quite impressed with this wine. For me, this is a 91 plus point wine, mainly because there is some acidity around the edges. Around the edges, it gets a little acidic. But this is a wine that 3 or 4 years from now you can put away and I think is going to be a huge hit. And not only that, I think there's a lot of people out there that drink really good Cabernets. Talking about those super seconds like Carroirs de Lafite and Le Forts de la Tour, I think this wine is more profound than a lot of the efforts I've had in that range at $50. So I find this to be a steal as well. What I like about both these wines is they're readily available throughout the United States of America, so you can definitely find them. So go seek them out and go check them out when you're in Australia because both of these wines rocked it out for sure. Nice wine. Alright, so now let's get into a couple of questions. But before that, I'm going to ask you a question of the day. Today's question of the day is, who referred you to Wine Library TV? And I'm loading this question because we've got all weekend. And you know what? I've been trying real hard. I've been working real long. I've been answering all the emails all the time. So, all you lurkers, and I see the IP addresses, I see the search results, I see everything. A lot of you are not commenting. Here is your chance. Throw me a bone, would you please? A bone. Who referred you? Here's your opportunity, and say hello to the WLTV Vaniacs community. Question asked by Vince. Yo, Vince, what wines should I buy today and put away for 5 to 10 years? Gary frequently talks about young wines that will be good in 5 to 10 years. Does anyone have a list of recommendations to buy now and enjoy in the future? Vince, I'm going to scream it, I'm going to yell it, I'm going to make some sort of motion with my body, a little jiggle, a little Elvis. Please, focus on 2005 Bordeaux. I've said it so many times now. Do you know what makes me happier than anything? In 12 years, I'm going to take somebody by the hand, I'm going to take them to YouTube or something like that, Yahoo Video, VO.com, one of these sites, and be like, look how many times I told America to focus on 05 Bordeaux. You have to do it. It is a profound vintage. It's 82, it's 61, it's 45. This is world class. Please, please don't miss the 05 Bordeaux. It will be the biggest mistake you've made ever. I'm begging and pleading. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. People, seek out the 05s, buy them. I'm not talking about the $700, $800 bottles of wine. There's plenty of $20, $30 futures that people can buy and are going to be completely, outlandishly happy with me for telling them to do. Cameron says, wine website recommendations. I'm a lover of Wine Library and its elements, TV, blog, etc. But I'm looking for some other interesting wine websites on the web to check out. Any others in particular you can recommend? Cameron, why would you need to go anywhere else? Don't I bring it all to the table for you? But if you do, and you must, and I understand, and there's all the big ones with Wine Spectator and E. Robert Parker, the Fermentation blog by Tom Walk, which is a great site. But if you do, and I'm going to give you some of my personal favorites right now.
My eyes of Georgia, oh, I never laid a hand on you. My eyes of Georgia, like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close and yet so far. Carried your books from school, playing make-believe you're married to me. You were fifth grade